Hello, everyone. You are now tuned into another amazing edition of Sonia on Air. I am your lovely host, Miss Sonia Hudson Payne, and I have an amazing show for you today, streaming on this beautiful day here in New York City because we're still all trying to adjust to this pandemic. I have none other than Melody S. Holt, who you can see on season 1 and the upcoming premiere of season 2 on OWN's Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm excited to have her join us in just a few short moments, but this is what I need you all to do. Make sure that you subscribe to all Sonia on Air streaming platforms on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Buzzsprout. You can also find past guests and upcoming guests on my website, www.soniaonair.com. And do me a favor, also follow me on IG. You can find me at Sonia_on air. So like I said, in just a few short moments, we will be joined by television producer and personality and overall boss, Melody S. Holt. I'm excited about the season 2 premiere of Love and Marriage Huntsville, so make sure that you are all tuned in as well. It's going to be an amazing season. Have you seen the trailer? Oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. Season 1 had me absolutely captivated, and with this current pandemic, we've been at home doing everything for the past couple of months, so it really allowed me to watch some of my favorite shows over and over and over again, kind of unpack it and bring it live to you. And believe it or not, Love and Marriage Huntsville has become one of my favorite shows. I love the exploration of Black love. I really do. The highs, the lows, the valleys, the turns, the dips and the turns, and how people manage to navigate through those challenges. And we've seen Melody go through so many challenges on season 1. So we're just going to get caught up with her. So, hopefully she'll be joining us very, very soon. She's a boss, just like I am. So sometimes our schedules are very, very busy. So we'll be catching up with her very, very soon. But I love to hear what you all are up to. So like I said, just make sure that you hit me up on my social media, my Instagram. I'm always on Instagram a lot more than Facebook, so I don't want to give you that. So follow me on Instagram. Once again, Sonia_on air, SANYA. So a lot's been really, really going on. I just want to say one thing: Black Lives Matter. And this whole quest and this whole culture, things are just being revisited and undone and reimagined. And even with my partnerships, I'm just making sure that I'm aligning myself with brands and companies who have an intentional focus and a high level of engagement with the Black community. I think that's so important. Tell me how you spent your quarantine experience. It was a lot. I know I spent the latter of it just kind of traveling and doing some self-reflection, some self-care, found out a lot of things about me. Early on, I think it was week 2, I found out that I'm impatient. I don't know about you, but even that's huge for someone to admit that they really don't have a lot of patience. But I will give this disclaimer. There's a lot going on, especially in my personal life. So my patience is very, 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 very limited. But let's get back to Melody S. Holt. Like I said, she will be joining us very, very soon. Let me just look to see what time it is. Because like I said, the trailer, it was just released. You can find the trailer on YouTube. You can also find the trailer on my Instagram page as well. And season 2 promises to be very drama-filled. We're going to see what happened to all of her relationships, especially the relationship with her husband, the relationship with her friends. Kind of took a turn. I wonder if television does that to relationships. Television has the audacity to really just put everything on Front Street, and it leaves viewers like myself and like you with the judge and jury and the gavel. And we kind of, just create these stories. They may not be true. So this is why when I look at television, when I'm watching films, when I'm looking at whatever, reading magazines, when I'm listening to music, I love to have the face behind all of those stories here on Sonia on Air so that we can kind of unpack everything. Because, the media sometimes, and I'm a part of the media, they will sensationalize things that sometimes may not be true. So I like to bring the guests in so that we can hear firsthand what actually happened and what they're going through. So Melody will be joining us in just a few short moments so that we can just really find out what's going to happen on season 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Right? So what I'm doing, I'm just checking real quick just to see if she has been delayed. Also using this new streaming platform to just record, and this is something just for you podcasters out there, and even current podcasters and even emerging podcasters. I'm using this new platform for the very first time and trying to figure it out. It came with these detailed instructions, so Melody is probably trying to figure out the instructions before she joins us so that we can get this conversation started. So I really love to hear from all of you. If you are a Black-owned business, please make sure that you connect with me on Facebook because I want to make sure that Black-owned businesses are given the proper spotlight. If we don't support each other, what happens then? So I just want to make sure that, Black businesses are given the spotlight that they necessarily and definitely deserve. So I haven't gotten an updated email from Melody, so I'm assuming that she'll be joining us very, very shortly. So we'll see. This is what happens. This always happens in podcasting. And even when I do live radio, sometimes the guests, they come in a little bit late. It's okay. It happens. It happens. It happens. So you just have to kind of go with the flow. So once again, just make sure that you subscribe to all of my streaming platforms, all of my Sonya on Air streaming platforms on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Buzzsprout. And you can also catch all of my past and upcoming guests on my website, www.sonyaonair.com. And you can also follow me on Instagram, Sonya_on air. So I hope Melody joins us really, really soon because I want to talk. So just in case you don't know, the premiere will be on July 11th. So just make sure that you are all tuned in. It is very, very difficult to get Black shows renewed for multiple seasons, especially if it isn't like some sort of dramatic effect, i.e. the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's a whole other story, a whole other scandal. People didn't get invited back, or did they? We're still trying to figure out. They're sending cryptic messages on social media, so we really don't know. But what I do know is that when we have shows where there are people of color as the primary cast members, it's us that really needs to be tuned in every single week supporting. It is us that needs to be tweeting about it. We need to be reposting it on your social media platforms because we can't keep saying, oh, there's no Black shows, especially if you're the ones who aren't supporting the Black shows. So please do me a favor and make sure that you support this show, Sonya on Air, yes, and also that you support OWN's Love and Marriage Huntsville. This show really put Huntsville, Alabama, on the map. I didn't even know about Huntsville. Very, very small, but it is very, very emerging when it comes to real estate business. And Melody S. Holt and her husband have kind of led the charge on revitalizing the entire Huntsville, Alabama area. So I just want to know how that's going because I just know that when it comes to us just trying to have a place in this whole real estate world and building affordable housing, I know that that's no easy feat because, there's banks that set up against us where Blacks can't even get loans. The equity isn't there when it comes to employment or salaries. So to find that this young woman in her 30s is doing something so significant for her community of Huntsville, Alabama, I think that is huge. So like I said, I'm just really curious to pick her brain, have a conversation. I love talking to powerful females. I use it as teachable moments. I'm just that type of woman. I don't know. If I see a boss female doing it, I'm asking a whole bunch of questions. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely asking questions. So, I wish I would have gotten, well, I did hit up a few people, in the industry, and I got a few questions from them that they wanted to ask Melody themselves, and I'm going to be asking for them. So when she joins us, we are going to get started with this very much needed conversation, right? So we'll see, what she has to say. It's very, very important that we have these discussions with